Hey there, welcome. Alex here with the Upstream Initiative. Welcome to the Whiteboard series. Today we are going to talk about how to analyze a deal. You might be ready to invest in real estate, but you don't know where to start. Let's start by analyzing the deal. Sometimes you've heard cash on cash. You've heard these terminologies, cash on cash, appreciation, internal rate of return, all of these vocabulary. We're going to go over all of them so that you can be well prepared to underwrite and analyze a deal. So let's start. Let's say that you are going to buy a $300,000 property. Okay, you've identified it, it looks good. Your down payment is going to be 20%, which is $60K. So this is 20%. All right. There's going to be closing costs as well. I've made these videos before and people are like, what about the closing cost? Well, you can take about 2% of the value of the purchase price, and you can take that really as your closing cost. It's like kind of like a little cheat thing. So this is not really going to be included in here for the loan, but your loan is going to be $240,000. All right, we will put these little things around it. And at 4% interest rate, this loan is going to cost you about $9,600 per year. And that's going to come out to divide this by 12. It's going to come out to about $800 per month. All right, this is how much it's going to cost to service your debt. Now, let's say this property generates $3,000 per month, okay, in rental income, which means this is your gross, okay? When you hear people say gross income, it's the money that comes in without subtracting any of the expenses yet. So we want to be able to find the net. For simplicity's sake, we're going to take 50% for expenses. This includes your property taxes, your insurance, managing the property, mowing the lawn, all the things that comes with the expense. So you have a $1,500 per month net, okay, per month net income, which we call your NOI, net operating income. All right. Now we got to subtract the debt, $800 per month. That means you have a $700 per month positive cash flow. All right. Cash flow is awesome. So we want to, when we're going to analyze a deal and we're looking for the returns, we always want to look at it on a yearly basis. So we're going to multiply this number by 12. And that's going to give us $8,400 per year. That is your cash flow for the year. Now, in order for us to find the cash on cash return, we're going to take your initial, okay, this is how much money you have to put down, $66,000. So we take 8,400 divided by 66,000, and that's going to give us our cash on cash, and that's going to be 12.7%. So your cash on cash, is 12.7%. Sometimes people say this is your cap rate as well. Okay, when you start getting into large multifamily deals, this is really how the cap rate is determined, and we won't go into that now. Now, cash on cash is one way to analyze. Okay, oops, I already wrote this down here. So you have your cash on cash is 12.7%. Now, how do we calculate our appreciation? So I've already done the calculation on the side, but basically we're going to take 4% appreciation every year. All right, and then we're going to look at it on a 5-year term, and then we'll determine that. So you have 4% increase from $300,000. Now, in 5 years, you will see at the 4% increase, you will see an increase of $65,000 during this time. So in 5 years, your house should be worth $365,000. And we'll divide that by 5 just to find out our yearly. That's going to give us, so divide this by 5 years, right? Because we're doing it in years, in 5 years. That's going to give us $13,000 $5,000 per year in appreciation. And remember, again, we're going to look for the returns. Returns means how much we're going to take that number divided by the money that it cost us to invest in this property, how much we had to put down, $66,000. This is going to give us another 19.7% return. So right now what we're doing is we are looking for the internal rate of return, which means how much this property is returning altogether. Remember, I said real estate in my other videos, real estate pays in multiple ways. It pays you with cash flow. It pays you with the appreciation. It also pays you with principal being paid down. And then also you save on taxes. Okay. And there's a bunch of other advantages to real estate as well, but we won't go into that. We'll keep it simple today. So what did I say? Principal being paid down. I mean, somebody else is paying your principal, right? Principal paid down. Someone else is paying it. On each mortgage payment, somebody and some part of the money goes into paying the principal, which is part of your equity. So it's really your money. Maybe it's not in your pocket, but it's now in the equity of the house. So I did the math already, and I'll show you in another video exactly how to find the amortization table and get an exact number. But I've already done this for you, and this is about $5,000 per year that you will get in principal being paid down for the first 5 years. So again, we are going to, this is per year. We are going to take that and divide it by the cost of purchasing this property. That's going to give us another, what did I get? 7.57%. That is, that when we add these three numbers together, it's going to give us our total return on this property per year. And that number is going to be, so our total returns, or sometimes you'll see it say IRR, internal rate of return. All right, both of these. This is going to give us 39.97% return per year. Now, when you put it in your 401k, your IRA, in the stock market, maybe it's going to be, I don't know, they say 7 to 10%. We'll give it 10%. All right. The difference between 10% and 40% is not just 30%. It's actually millions of dollars. Because if you stretch this over the course of 30 years or 40 years, your working years, this is a lot of money. So don't think, oh, I want to play it safe and just put it in here. This is not playing it safe. That is very risky, because this is guaranteeing you not to be able to retire and live the life that you deserve, live the financial freedom life. So we want to get as high of a return as we can, as fast as we can, doubling our money, doubling our money, doubling our money, so that when we retire, we can just throw all of our money into something that's going to generate a 10% return, which requires us to do really nothing, or we can sit there and just collect that money. So I hope this video was valuable for you. If you watched it to this point, it's got to be a little bit about give you some value. I do a mastermind call every Monday night, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Feel free to join. I will load the link. I will put the link in the description below to join the Facebook group. And I hope that I see you on there. And I hope that we meet. I hope that we create some sort of relationship and maybe even partner in a deal together. Please help me by liking and subscribing to this channel. It will inspire me and motivate me to continue to make these videos. So thank you very much. See you on the next one.